Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Nation Wants to Know and I'm Swati Joshi. Ever since the Delhi blast shook the collective conscience of the nation, there are some across the country who have repeatedly floated the bogey that the Muslims are being tortured and targeted. Some even demanded a probe against the RSS, while others merely dismissed terrorists like Umar as misguided youth or bhatka hua admi. But today, these same people must listen to this man, Umar the suicide bomber who drove the I-20 car into the crowded Red Fort area and the blast that ultimately killed at least 13 people. He was radicalized to such an extent that he can be seen in this video justifying suicide bombing. This is an undated video of Dr. Umar Nabi, the Delhi bomber. This was shot inside the terror den, Al-Falah University, most likely before the blast on the 10th of November. Look how calm he is. He's talking about misunderstood concept of suicide bombing. He explains that suicide bombing is actually martyrdom operation. This video offers us a glimpse into the minds of highly radicalized people. And this video shows even education can't save them. Take a look.
One of the very misunderstood concept is concept of what has been labeled as suicide bombing. It is martyrdom operations. And it is being known in Islam. There are multiple contraindications, there are multiple arguments that have been brought against it. Martyrdom operations. When a person presumes that he is going for sure die at a particular place at a particular time, he goes against the presumption that a particular is going to die in a particular situation.
This is just one video, one doctor. There are many who are part of this white-collar terror module. It is not a case of one doctor. There are several radicalized demons in white coats in different parts of the country. At a time when countries should speak in one voice, should be united in fight against terror, we have netas trying to give them a benefit of doubt. They can't even wait for the investigation to get over. Mehbooba Mufti believes bloodshed and blasts actually gives BJP the votes. Would you believe it? Then you have Hussain Dalwai of the Congress party. He believes even the RSS must be probed and he is blaming the Modi government for creating an atmosphere that antagonizes the Muslims. Congress leader Imran Masood goes one step further. For him, Umar Nabi is not a terrorist but just one of the many misguided bhatka hua admi in the country. Listen in.
आपने देखा कि ये जो कुछ दिन पहले हादसा हुआ नौगांव में और उसमें कई हमारे जो हैं लोग हैं, खासकर पुलिस के लोग उसमें जाँ भाग हुए हैं और मैं समझती हूँ कि इस वक्त कश्मीर बहुत ही परेशान कुन, बहुत ही खौफनाक हालात से गुजर रहा है और ये हादसा नहीं होना चाहिए था। इसके लिए जो इस किस्म का होता है अमोनिया नाइट्रेट, इसके लिए एक्सपर्ट होने चाहिए जो उसके साथ डील करते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि आने वाला वक्त जो इस वक्त हम देख रहे हैं हमारे लिए जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए बहुत खौफनाक लग रहा है। किसी ने गलती की दिल्ली में जाके तो मैं समझती हूँ कि जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को कलेक्टिव पनिशमेंट नहीं मिलना चाहिए उसके लिए। तो अगर कोई मुजरिम है उसको सजा दे दीजिए, मगर आम कश्मीरी लोगों के साथ इस किस्म का सलूक न कीजिए।
सर, दिल्ली ब्लास्ट के बाद में अब जो एक्सक्लूसिव वीडियो सामने आई है डॉक्टर उमर की, जिसमें वो जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं कि सुसाइड बॉम्बिंग असल में शहीदी के बराबर है, मार्टिडम के बराबर है। आपको ये वीडियो भी हम दिखाना चाहेंगे कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने ये बात जो है वो खुलकर सामने रखी है कि किस तरीके से ये इस्लाम में बताया जाता है।
देखिए, ये ना तो कोई प्रीचर है कि ये इस्लामिक विद्वान है। ये भटका हुआ एक आदमी है जिसका इस्लाम से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। इस्लाम के अंदर सबसे पहले तो खुदकुशी हराम है, खुदकुशी किसी सूरत भी जायज नहीं है। मौत और जिंदगी अल्लाह के हाथ में है और अल्लाह की दी हुई चीज को आपको लेने का इख्तियार नहीं है। और दूसरे, आप इनोसेंट लोगों को मार रहे हो, अपने आप को मार रहे हो, साथ में इनोसेंट लोगों को मार रहे हो, तो आप तो कातिल हो। आपके लिए जन्नत का रास्ता खुलने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। आपके लिए जन्नत का रास्ता नहीं खुलेगा, आपके लिए जहन्नुम का ही रास्ता खुलना है ऐसे लोगों के लिए। और ऐसे भटके हुए लोगों को समझ में आना चाहिए कि इनका इस्लाम से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, ना इस्लाम से इनका कोई वास्ता मतलब है। ये भटके हुए नौजवान हैं।
So the same ecosystem that maintained that Muslims are being tortured and is blaming the center for vitiating the atmosphere, will they now course correct? After all, the suicide bomber Umar is linking religion to suicide bombing. So the real question is, why is the ecosystem drawing a correlation between the blast suspects and the religion? Let's open this up and let's go across to our guests. We're joined by Gopal Krishna Agarwal, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Nikhil Chandwani, author. Imran Ahmed Ali, lawyer and political analyst. Kapish Srivastav, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. We also have Tausif Shah, senior leader of the PDP. Good evening to all of you. Let me first go across to Tausif Shah. Tausif Shah, I hope that you've heard what Umar Nabi is saying about suicide bombing. He says it's martyrdom operation. It's known in Islam. He's heard saying that. Would you condemn that, or would you still say these are problems of Kashmir that are coming to fore?
No, whatever he says, it's not correct. It's not right, whatever he says. Whatever he has said is not from Islam. Nothing to do with Islam. Bombings and doing suicide. As was rightly said by some of the leader, that Islam never permits to take your life, which has been given to you by God, and he has the only right to take it back. Now, let's come at the point where you started that you said that the other leaders are saying. So what I want to say is that we need to introspect. Why exactly he is an educated person, a person who takes a salary which is a dream salary for everyone. I don't know about the Delhi, but in Jammu and Kashmir, approximately this salary, what he was, approximately मेरे ख्याल से 4 लाख रुपए की salary लेता था. So there's a dream salary for everyone in J&K. So now a person taking this dream salary, so what I mean to say that we need to connect together, we need to sit together, we need to see what exactly has happened. If anyone, whenever your son, your daughter, your granddaughter, whenever she does anything bad which you don't like, you need to introspect, you need to see what happened.
It's not that normal and that local, that your son or daughter, they are doing something wrong, let's sit and talk with them. He's a highly radicalized individual who is through this video is trying to reach out to gullible people, who through this video is trying to radicalize more people and tell them that, you know, this is absolutely fine. It's a concept which is misunderstood. So it needs to be, there should be blanket condemnation instead of talking about circumstances, Tausif Shah.
Look, we need to see, we need to divide the opinion there. We need to see, if we want to go only on the blame games, if we want to only blame each other, that we'll say that please resign, they'll say no, you have done this, we'll say no, you have done this.
But we don't have to be divided. We don't have to be divided. We can all stand united and blame Umar Nabi.
Where we can live, where
no, but we all should. One second, there is no need for blame game. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. There is no need for blame game. We all need to stand united and point fingers at the terror module and say that these people are wrong. Blame them.
Just let me come to Mehbooba Mufti. What Mehbooba Mufti said is that whatever punishment you need to give to the people who have supported him, who have done this heinous crime, go to the highest extent of any kind of punishment.
But that is exactly what is happening. That is exactly what is happening, Tausif Shah. You're making it sound. You are making it sound like all Kashmiris are being villainized, all Kashmiris are facing action, all Muslims are being targeted. That's how the politicians are making it sound like. Let me go across to Nikhil Chandwani. Nikhil Chandwani, when action is taken, no, I'll come back to you, sir. When action is taken, the officers, the investigating officers will go across to where the roots are. They will go through the primary contacts, they'll go to the secondary contacts, they'll go through the colleagues, the university, the workplace to find out who all were part of the terror module. But that's being made to look like Kashmiris are being targeted, Muslims are being targeted.
Ma'am, let me say this without any filters today. Instead of asking who planned this, the opposition in India, wo accused ko defend kar raha hai because they are Muslims. Instead of backing a brave, independent intelligence agency, some people are rushing to protect potential terrorists even before the forensic report is dry. People are saying that don't arrest them because they are Muslims. I say, since the evidence shows they are radicalized, they had planned, they had stored explosives, then yes, arrest them because they are terrorists, full stop. And let's also expose another lie today. They were not not marginalized Muslims. They were educated professionals, they were doctors, they were researchers. Most of them studied medicine on scholarship funded by my government of India, meant to serve the society, not to blow it up. They were given stethoscope by this country and they chose detonators instead. You cannot defend that. Nobody should defend that. When hundreds of kilos of explosive, rifles, detonators, ammonium nitrate, and Kashmiri-based handlers come into the picture, and you still cry minority victimization, then sorry, you are not a leader.
Okay.
You are an accomplice in spirit.
Okay, कपिल श्रीवास्तव पहला रिएक्शन जो आया वो ये था कि अरे ये तो खाना पूर्ति है, मुसलमानों को टारगेट किया जा रहा है, उनको उठाकर जेल में डाला जा रहा है। अब अपने वीडियो में उमर उन नबी उसको एक रिलीजन से जोड़ रहा है, तो रिएक्शंस आ रहे हैं कि नहीं जो वो कह रहा है गलत है। तो यही पहला रिएक्शन क्यों नहीं था? पहले क्यों लोग पॉलिटिकल पॉइंट स्कोर करने की, अपनी राजनीतिक रोटी सेकने की कोशिश कर रहे थे? कपिल श्रीवास्तव,
देखिए, इसमें कहीं दो राय नहीं है कि रिलीजन किसी का भी हो, कोई भी धर्म हो, कोई भी धर्म ये नहीं कहता है कि हिंसा की जाए। सभी अहिंसा पर ही विश्वास करते हैं, और जो ये कह रहे हैं वो गलत कह रहे हैं। ऐसा कहीं उस धर्म के अंदर नहीं है। और दूसरी बात, मैं आपको ये बात कहूंगा कि देखिए, निश्चित तौर पर हम लोगों ने कहीं ना कहीं से एक विशेष समुदाय को इस एंगल से देखा है। कुछ उनके साथ ऐसे डेवलपमेंट में जो है वो पक्षपात हुआ है, जिसके वजह से उनको इस तरीके के उसमें, मैं सुन तो लें पूरी बात आने दें। मैं इस वजह से आपको कह रहा हूं कि आप स्वयं देख लीजिए 2014 से लेकर के और आज तक जिस एंगल से उन्हें देखा जाता है या जिस इस्लामिक आतंकवाद की बात की जाती है, क्या जितने इस्लाम के लोग भारत में रह रहे हैं कि वो आतंकवादी नजर से देखे जाने चाहिए?
किसने कहा ये? और कौन देख रहा है उनको आतंकवादी नजर से?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के चुन के हर एक मुसलमान को टारगेट कर रही है और कह रही है कि आतंकवादी है।
अरे कल्पेश, सुन तो मैं रहता हूँ, जब लाड़की बहन योजना यहाँ पे चलती है, वहाँ पे लाइन देख लीजिए।
एक मिनट, अलाउ हिम टू फिनिश।
लुंगी से उनको परिधानों से पहचानेंगे, जब उनको पहचानेंगे। आज ही देख लीजिए, जो उनके रघुराज प्रताप सिंह उत्तर प्रदेश के मंत्री हैं, वो कहते हैं अल्पसंख्यक संस्थानें जितने भी हैं, मस्जिद से लेकर के और जो है वो इनके जितने संस्थान हैं, एएमयू से लेकर सबको बंद कर देना चाहिए। और वहीं नंद किशोर गुर्जर कहते हैं कि अगर कोई गोकशी का मामला सामने आता है तो जिसने गोकशी की है उसका गर्दन उड़ा देना चाहिए।
नहीं, ये इस तरह के
इनलीगल चीजें
इस तरह का स्टेटमेंट चाहे किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के द्वारा दिया गया हो, जो वायलेंट हो इन नेचर, उसको कंडेम करना ही चाहिए, उसकी भर्त्सना होनी चाहिए और एक्शन भी लेना चाहिए। लेट मी गो अक्रॉस टू गोपाल कृष्ण अग्रवाल। गोपाल कृष्ण अग्रवाल, द स्टेटमेंट्स दैट आर बीइंग मेड, यू नो, दे project themselves as if the party is against Muslims. Is there any truth to that? कपिल श्रीवास्तव कह रहे हैं 2014 के बाद ही क्यों पूरा माहौल बदला? आपकी पार्टी हर मुसलमान को अलग नजरिए से क्यों देखती? That's the allegation against you.
Shivani ji, we have to understand two important things in the whole thing. That terrorism in India is not started after 2014. Since independence, we have been victim of terrorism, and those who say that the current dispensation is responsible for terrorism and particular narrative, they have to understand that for more than 60-65 years it was the opposition which is now supporting this terrorist activities. So one thing. Second is, important thing is, you go into the sequence of event. Mahbooba Mufti says one thing, Iltiza Mufti another statement, then Farooq Abdullah says another statement, Hussain Dalwai says, Imran, Masood, inke sare, you understand the statement. And now Chidambaram from Congress leader, who was the home minister for a very long period, right, he says that I wonder why these people are doing this terrorist activity. Still he has wondered when he was talking about saffron terror and other thing. He is wondering very clear. Earlier their narrative was these minorities are doing this because their status is poor. They were victim. Now when another story has come out, where affluent people are also indulging, they are still defending. No, we have to wonder. Okay,
so you're saying they're giving cover fire.
What is there to wonder?
Okay, so you're saying they're giving cover fire. I want to bring in Imran. Imran, because unfortunately, how can you have a discussion and a debate on that?
Urban
Okay, one last point, quickly.
You know, Should I start or would Mr.
Mr.
Gopal?
Agarwal, are you
So
done?
the thing is, they are giving the cover fire
Okay.
and urban Naxals.
Okay, cover fire being
It is
given by the
urban
opposition. Imran,
Naxals which
my
are
question is,
giving
how can you have a
the
sane debate on this?
narrative.
Because every time you talk about it, instead of a blanket condemnation comes to fore that, you know, Muslims are being targeted, which is exactly what the previous speakers have done. कपिल श्रीवास्तव कह रहे हैं 2014 के बाद ही माहौल बदला है, मुसलमानों को क्या आतंकवाद की नजर से देखा जाना चाहिए. That's where the entire problem lies.
Swati, the entire problem lies with people like Mr. Gopal who deflect questions which you directly asked him, that does the BJP distance the act of terrorism from Muslims? He gives no answer. All four of us are towards one side on the panel. However, he does not answer that. Let me bring to a fact, and I will give you a personal example also. Islam has nothing to do with terrorism. This gentleman does not understand that a terrorist of India is not a Muslim. A Muslim has to be somebody. An Indian Muslim is an APJ Abdul Kalam. An Indian Muslim is an SRK. An Indian Muslim is an Amir Khan. So let's not say Muslims and terrorism.
But who said it? Imran, my question is, who said it? You have leaders like Hussain Dalwai. No, you have leaders like Hussain Dalwai who said Muslims are always targeted. Tariq Anwar said the same thing. कि ये खाना पूर्ति है, सबसे पहले मुसलमानों को पकड़ के जेल में डाल दिया जाएगा. Who started this?
The biggest example is what Mr. Gopal said. You asked him this question, he deflects. Let us come to the fact. First, I have an objection even with you writing doctor before Umar's name. Who the hell is he to even have you as a news agency should not add doctor?
Why not?
At all.
Why not? This is a white collar terror module.
That
This is a white collar terror module.
You write terrorist Umar. Don't write Dr. Umar. This
is to highlight. No. You're asking us to suppress facts now.
I'm not saying suppress facts.
He is a doctor, a highly professional, radicalized individual. Why shouldn't one mention that he was practicing at a university, that he was teaching there? There are other doctors part of the module as well. Give me one reason. Why shouldn't we say that?
One reason is today that man is a terrorist. Call a spade, call that man a terrorist. Do not call him a doctor. And
give that advice to some Congress leaders as well, for whom he is a bhatka hua aadmi.
Okay, first you go back to Imran Masood's statement. He does not, he says that man has nothing to do with Islam. His choice of words may be right, incorrect, but he has digressed from the path of being a human being first, religious person later. Umar does not even know the basics of Islam, which basically say that Islam, if you hurt one innocent, it is as if you hurt the entire human mankind. And if you save one, you have saved the entire. This man doesn't know basics.
Does Hussain Dalwai know the basics of Islam or not? Tell me that, Imran.
I won't even say this man, I'd say this
Does
animal.
Hussain Dalwai and Tariq Anwar, do these leaders know the basics of Islam or not? Because they were the first ones to say Muslims are being targeted. Because action is being taken. Because these doctors who are part of the white collar terror module are terrorists. This guy a suicide bomber. All the ways he can be described. I've used those words. He belongs to a particular community. So that's why some leaders believe that Muslims ko target kiya ja raha hai. Is that not wrong? Will you condemn that mindset?
He does not belong to a community. A terrorist does not belong to a community, and that is what I'm harping on. The fact that his name is Umar or X or Y does not matter. He is a terrorist at the end of the day.
I appreciate the stand you're taking. But
Swati,
my simple, humble submission is that the leaders who first dragged religion into it, they need to hear this. And Gopal Krishna, since you said that he's trying to deflect the question, he wants to come in, I believe. Go ahead.
Swati, can you give me 30 seconds, please?
I told that
I will. Allow Mr. Agarwal.
Started after 2014 in this country. So, yeah. The one thing is that the terrorism in India is not a problem which started from 2014, which the Congress want to say. Second point is, who connected religion with terrorism? When an action is being taken against a terrorist, they say Muslims are being targeted. So who is connecting this religion with terrorism? It is their appeasement politics.
Okay.
It's vote bank politics that they want to create a victimhood in the minority Muslim community.
Okay.
And then create fear psychosis that BJP is hurting you. It is the terrorist which action is being taken by our government. Why they are telling
Okay, it is being, you're saying your allegation interpretation is it is being made to look like action is being taken against a particular community. Tausif Shah wants to come in.
Yes, then I want to come in and just want to clear the stand that what Mahbub Mufti has said, that please don't intimidate the normal Kashmiris, don't harass them, I can say. There's a news coming on, if you have seen, you must have seen it on the Twitter. This has been moving since day. I'll just take 30 seconds to read it. In Gurugram, Haryana, the local police issued directives to the housing societies and the paying guest accommodation landlords and the students' hostel providers to submit the list and register of the residents from J&K and foreign nationals. The directive is cited by the officials as a part of security verification drive, described as a routine but focused especially on the people of J&K and the foreigners. Some Kashmiri students in Delhi and Gurugram report fair intimidation, landlords asking them to vacate or being asked many questions about their origin and stay. So this is what we meant to say by saying that why are you intimidating the people who don't have anything to do it with it? We accept that somebody from Kashmir has done it, but that doesn't mean that every Kashmiri is
okay, Nikhil Chandwani wants to come in. Is this going to lead to alienation of Jammu Kashmir, people from Jammu Kashmir? Are they being targeted?
Ma'am, our intelligence agency, they do not see religion. They are seeing SIM cards, IED circuits, money trails, encrypted chats, and if someone with a Muslim name is involved in a terror plot, then be it. Opposition cannot defend the accused just for the vote ban. They are trying to deflect the topic. It is India versus terrorism. Opposition is bringing.
But that's unfortunately not the stand that the opposition is willing to take. Kapil Srivastav, कुछ links हैं. ये सभी अगर डॉक्टर्स थे, एक ही यूनिवर्सिटी में काम करते थे, एक ही इनका पेशा था, एक ही टेरर मॉड्यूल का हिस्सा थे, तो उसको उसी तरह से बोलने में क्या दिक्कत होनी चाहिए?
मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि बोलने में दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन जो इनका एंगल सोचने का है और जो 80-20 की राजनीति है वो वैसे सफल नहीं होती ना। हम ये कह रहे हैं आप टेररिस्ट अगर हमारे मुल्क के अंदर 3,500 किलो RDX लेके चले आए, पुलवामा हो जाए, इस तरीके की तमाम घटनाएं हो जाएं, आप पठानकोट की जांच ISI से करवा रहे हो, देश की संप्रभुता खा रहे हो, तो प्रश्न चिन्ह तो आपके ऊपर है।
और पूछना चाहिए आपको वो सवाल, कैसे इतना RDX और अमोनियम नाइट्रेट था, एक्सप्लोजिव्स था, कैसे जमा हो गया? हाँ, ये सवाल आपको पूछना चाहिए, लेकिन पहले ही कह देना कि अरे एक कम्युनिटी को आप टारगेट कर रहे हैं, वहीं पर गड़बड़ा जाती है ना सारी बात।
नहीं, बात इसलिए मैं आपको कह रहा हूं कि देखिए यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है जो 2 क्रिमिनल्स को मारने के लिए 3 क्रिमिनल्स को जन्म देती है, क्योंकि एक वो विशेष धर्म से हैं। हमें आप बताइए, ADR की रिपोर्ट है, इनके 35 सांसदों पे हीनियस क्राइम है, 80 कत्ल के मुकदमे हैं, 150 कत्ल के मुकदमे हैं।
अब आप वहां जाइएगा, तो हर एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की एक लंबी लिस्ट आपको दिखेगी। नहीं, लेकिन जब आप कहते हैं कि 2 क्रिमिनल को मारने के लिए 3 क्रिमिनल को पैदा कर देते हैं, जन्म दे देते हैं, ये इन टेररिस्ट के पीछे कौन था? इनको भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी बढ़ावा दे रही थी क्या?
मैं बार बार कहता हूं कि हमारी देश की सरकारों को कम से कम वो काम नहीं करना चाहिए जो नाइंसाफी होती हो।
किस तरह की नाइंसाफी? इसमें आपको क्या नाइंसाफी दिख रही है? एक बात बताइए, क्या नाइंसाफी इसमें हो रही है?
आप सीधी बात समझें कि 3 छोटे बच्चों को सिर्फ क्रिमिनल इस वजह से बना दिया गया कि उनको जो है लाफ की तरीके से जो है वो फांसी की सजा नहीं दी जा सकती थी, तो आपने स्वास्थ्य का जांच कराने ले गए और 3 लोगों की गोली
कहां से कपिल श्रीवास्तव चले गए? मेरे सवालों का सीधे सवालों का सीधा जवाब आप नहीं दे रहे हैं। गोपाल अग्रवाल रिस्पॉन्ड, गोपाल अग्रवाल जवाब दीजिए, कई आरोप आप पर लगे।
सुना के देखिए स्वाति जी, ये देखें जो विक्टिमहुड की जो थ्योरी है कि यह टेररिस्ट जो बन रहे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ देयर विक्टिमहुड, देयर सिचुएशन, एंड इट इज द बीजेपी विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल, गवर्नेंस विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल. This is the problem, that the terrorist mentality is being perpetuated in the one class. This is the narrative that they are creating for their political benefit.
Okay, that is the allegation both sides are leveling against each other. That a particular narrative is being peddled to benefit politically. What's unfortunate is that there should be no debate on this. There should be no division within the political parties. We all need to have one view, and which should be against terrorism. We need to stand united against the fight against terrorism, in this fight against terrorism, but unfortunately the political parties seem divided. That's where the problem lies, according to me. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.